Okay. All right. William, go ahead.
Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Fundamental Teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. The unsurpassed, deep, profound, subtle, wonderful Dharma in 100,000 million eons is difficult to encounter. Now that I have come to receive and hold it within my sight and hearing, I vow to fathom the thus come one's true and actual meaning.
And Jimmy, I will not call you because I know that you still on the recovering, right?
Appreciate- Yeah, appreciate it, Thầy.
It's okay. William will be the one who read it.
I will be the one to absorb.
That's right. That really right. Okay. So last time we learned about we off for more about 5 weeks.
Wow, has it been that much?
Yeah.
Your Sundays, 5 weeks? Wow.
Yeah, we off quite a bit
Oh my.
because the new year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I was sick.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you also are busy with your birthday or something.
Last week, yeah.
Yeah, and well, it's okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Um,
As long
so-
as we continue our goal and be good, and that's all that count.
yeah, that's right. We keep going.
Right. Yeah. None of these were reasons that were going to gradually get us to stop. They were all just temporary reasons.
I told you that this will take a few years to finish this.
Yeah, and then the flower adornment will take, I mean,
10
what, like
years. 10
probably
years.
15 years or so.
Hopefully, it's still there.
Yes, yes. Hopefully we stay here long enough to be able to.
um, and Tim, you know that we also on Saturday William and I we are discussing about flower Dharma Sutra. That means Kính Hoa Nghiêm.
Okay, really? So we start doing that Saturday now?
Yeah, every Saturday at 3.
Oh, okay. Why don't we put all in one day on Sunday? Just do it,
No, Sunday too much. Sunday too much for him.
Oh, really?
You want
Okay.
it? You want his wife to complain me?
It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'm not old enough yet to do that much. As I get older, I think then I have more free time like that.
Yeah, but if you would like to join us, you are welcome to do so.
Sure. No problem.
I
Yeah,
will.
I would do that. I love to meet in Thai and Williams. Yeah, we have a good relationship, right, Williams? We met
Oh yeah.
at the tour. We talk a lot.
Yeah,
So
we went to Walmart together.
yes,
Oh, really?
yes.
When I first met Jimmy, we went to Walmart together. I don't know why we went to Walmart. We had to go there to get something.
Yeah,
Oh,
we need to get some change for somebody.
Yeah, I thought it was changed, but it didn't make sense to me that we went all the way to Walmart to get change.
I know. I don't know. Some people locally just say, Jimmy, you need to go Walmart and get some change, and I
okay.
just, I'm not from there, so I have no idea what we
Okay.
do anyway.
All right. Now we back to our class. Last week we learned about the no, not last week. I mean, a few weeks ago, we learned about forgiveness meditation, right?
Yes.
We forgive ourselves, we forgive others, right? Um, and the whole idea is to let go, right? And that's how we be able to have the peace of mind. Eventually, we want to develop the mind that have no ill will against others. Right? So That's how you be able to settle your mind. When the mind becomes settled, when the mind become cooled out, right? And that's how we be able to have a clear mind. So the next one is the wisdom, right? The concentrate come to the wisdom. The wisdom in this sense is it's just a clear mind, right? To be able to have a clear mind so we can have a better decision. That's important. And so basically, that is the Buddhist psychology of the two model of the Buddhist psychology I said to you. Right. The first one is let me quickly. The five universal, the two model of the Buddhist psychology is the first one is the five universal interactive. They call that five interactive universal, I guess. And the second one is the five particular state. Right. And now you should be able to connect the two, right?
Yes.
And the first one is to help us to manage our anger or whatever, right? And one, it become positive, then we be able to use the second one to do the contemplation. And to be able to help us to uproot the whatever the thing that we deal with, let's say in the case of resentment, anger. Yeah. So very much about that. So Panda, we on oh yeah, Panda is we met it. She met me at the temple on the New Year. So and that's why I introduced Panda to join our class. On Saturday, I teach depression. And Sunday, I invite Panda to join us here. And in this class, we learn about the guide to the Bodhisattva way. In Buddhism, when we're talking about the Bodhisattva path or the Bodhisattva way, it means the way when we practice. The whole idea of the Mahayana teaching is to be able to benefit others. When we talking about benefit others, the whole goal is to transform the self, right? To become the non-self. That's the whole idea. And that's how we be able to generate the love and kindness and compassion to others. If we have any kind of self, right? The four self, the self-delusion, the self-view, the self-pride, and the self-love. Those self, if we still have one of those, then that means we cannot be able, do you think that we can be able to practice compassion or love and kindness to others?
Not deeply, no.
No, because we do not have the equality mind, right? The mind of equal. Equality. How do you say that?
Equanimity.
Equanimity. Okay.
But maybe not equanimity for equanimity is calmness regardless of circumstance.
I think we call the equal nitium. It's an American word. I forgot that word. But it means the mind of, you have the equal mind. We treat all equally. That's the whole idea. That's what we call the compassion. Only the one who be able to practice that is the one have no self. And later on, I will show you, maybe not this week or maybe the week next week, I will talk about in the Diamond Sutra. They're talking about the four mark, the mark of the self, the mark of the others, the mark of sentient being or living being, the mark of life. And I will explain each one of those. And that's why in the Diamond Sutra, the Buddha said that if a bodhisattva who practiced the bodhisattva path and to benefit limitless sentient being, but they still recognize those things as a sentient being, and they will belong to one of the four marks, and they are actually not a bodhisattva. Okay, because why? They cannot be able to have the equal mind, right? When they deal with order, because they still fall into the self. The mark is also related to the self. When we go to that, I will give the specific example and how to deal with it individually. I mean, for each mark, so we understand with the example, and you see how powerful of the Buddha teaching is. We can use it, apply to our daily life, and you will see the benefit from it. Okay. Now, today, I would like to go back here because last time not last time, but sometime in the past, we talked about this, but we did not complete, right? So today, I will quickly go through here to make sure we complete this thing so we understand the whole idea of the sevenfold cause and effect. Okay. So let's say that we practice. Let's come up with an example. Let's say that we love to do good to others, right? That means we do a lot of good deeds to help others when they need. And we enjoy. But let's say that one of them that we help them, right? They come back. They accuse us, or they try to cause us trouble. That means instead of they appreciate or they express their gratitude, but they did not do that, but they do opposite, and they bring us a lot of trouble. So in this scenario, how do we deal with it?
Well, if we can see it as an opportunity to practice patience, then we can turn it into a source of blessings and also of virtue. If we're not in a situation where we have the opportunity to practice virtue, then we can't really say we have, like, that there's any virtue there. So the situation is not an obstacle, it's the opportunity to practice. It also is the test of our giving. If we are upset, if they're not grateful for our giving, then we didn't really give freely. We gave under the condition that they be grateful to us, that we expected that. So like you remind me regularly that living beings are the blessing field.
So that means they are the one who bring blessing to us, not us bring blessing to them, even though we are the one who help them. But the blessing is come from them, not come from us. Is that contradict to the common people?
No. Usually it's, if someone wasn't grateful for somebody helping them, most people would agree that person was wrong for not being grateful, and the person is right for being upset that the person wasn't grateful.
So that's why it's not easy. Panda, what do you think? Is that easy to forgive someone? Oh, if you be able to talk, you can talk. If you don't, it's okay.
It's to just really depend on the circumstance. Like, what are we forgiving? Like, I mean, if it's like something, something is not important or it doesn't impact in your life much, then it's not worth it to keep holding the grudge. But if it's like it's really depend on the circumstance for I'm talking about forgiving.
This is the normal way of the common people thinking.
Right. Like just for example, my neighbor dog bit me and my parents, but we end up forgiving them because we know that if we decide to go ahead and press charge, they're not gonna able to go ahead and afford the charge, and it depends with how long we live with each other for like next door 20 years. So it depends, kind of like weight the pro and the con. Is it worth it to really press charge or something that you guys can work it out? I'm not sure if.
Now, give me 1 second. Hello there. Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, it's normal. This is the normal way of thinking. That is how we always think, right? The common people think, this is how we think. But in Buddhism, especially the Mahayana teaching, it goes beyond the common people thinking. Right, William?
Oh, yes.
It's way beyond. So yes, we have to weigh pro and con, but the Mahayana teaching, it's we don't look in that, we don't have that kind of thinking. If we have that kind of thinking, what's wrong with that, William?
Well, then we'll be subject to situations and we'll still be influenced by anger and resentment, and it will be difficult to develop a mind of equanimity and peace.
And doesn't matter who win or lose, right? The winner, great enemy. The loser suffer. That means at the end, we are the loser. We are not the winner. Well, if we go, let's say that in that case, we go and sue them or whatever, we have to spend so much time and spend so much, deal with the thing, right? And at the end, we don't have a good, we cannot live. They are neighbor, and we have to live with them, right? And you know what? They will do something behind us. You never know. Because we are the one who pray enemy. Yeah. So let's deal with this 7-step model. So this is the beautiful teaching of the Buddha. And of course, nothing is easy. It's easy to say, it's very tough to do. But it's better to have an understanding. Then that means we will gradually, maybe at the beginning, we don't have this mindset. It's okay. That's normal. But once we understand the concept and we be able to accept it and be able to generate it, that means we'll be able to open our mind and be able to learn from it and be able to let go. The small piece, that means we do it step by step, little by little. Eventually, we be able to reach to the mind that we be able to. Before we don't, now we do. It would take time. It take a lot of time usually for the Western people, it's not easy for them that right, easy for them to learn the way in the Mahayana teaching, don't you think, William?
Oh no, I don't think it's easy.
Before you learn Buddhism, because you've learned from me more than 4 years, right?
Mhm.
So before you understand the Mahayana teaching in the way that we learned for many years, yeah, when we come to deal with the problem, right? With any conflict, any trouble, it's not easy to have this kind of mindset. That Buddha teaching.
Yeah. Yeah, and even simply knowing it is just a beginning. Like knowing the teachings, it's it's like the regular daily practice of like meditation and then mindfulness outside of it, and then making choices to reinforce that mindfulness. Because even if we practice for 10 years, but then for a day we're careless, at that day we can cause a problem.
Let's say that. Do you think, let's say you diligently do meditation. The meditation help you to generate the Mahayana mind?
I think it helps with the foundation of generating it. It helps with sort of the clarity that allows one to see the value of generating the mind. So it doesn't mean that if we meditate, we generate that mind automatically, but it does prepare the ground for it, I think.
Well, the meditation is good to calm our mind, right? And that's why a lot of Western people love the meditation. It helps them to calm their mind at the moment. And eventually, they be able to, when they deal with the problem, with the calm mind, they be able to not accuse them away, right? Be able to take in easy way. I mean, in the cool way. But when they come to the problem become bigger, and that means their meditation mind is not enough to handle it. Because you know why?
It's like I feel like it's if we're not being mindful the entire day, sometimes if I think, okay, I already meditated today, then I might be more relaxed. I might be more like careless later in the day in some sense because, oh, I already meditated, and I may feel like I've done the work instead of being as like continually attentive throughout the day.
Don't you think the Arahat, right? That means the one who enlightened to reach to the state of Arahat. That means no more rebirth, right? And the one, do you think their meditation, their samadhi, is deep, right? Very deep. What do you think?
Oh, yes.
But in the Dhamma Flower Sutra, the Buddha said that the Buddha always encouraged his disciple, especially the Arahat level, to uphold the Mahayana teaching in this world. You know what they do? They say, yes, they go into, but in the other world, the world of no less suffering, because this world is terrible. This world is evil. You remember those? In the Flower Sutra? Oh no, I mean in the Lotus Sutra.
Remember which part?
The Buddha always encouraged his disciple to uphold the Lotus Sutra. And you know what? Yes, they make the vow to do it, but in the better world. That means not in this world. Why? Because they think this world is terrible, and they cannot be able to handle it. And that's why the Alahat, or the, remember, when I bring this thing out, that doesn't mean that we look, they are the enlightened one. We are not. But I want to bring it out so we understand the important teaching of the Mahayana teaching. That's all I want to bring it out. It's not for the comparison, but for the understanding, the important. The reason is when they reach Arhat or Pasika Buddha, they only want to, when their life is done, right? They enter into the nirvana. That means the bliss state, that means the happiness state, so they can enjoy. Therefore, the Buddha said that those cannot be able to benefit others, because they cannot be able to generate the bodhicitta, the mind of benefit others, due to the motivation of the love and kindness and compassion. And that's why in the Flower Adornment Sutra, the chapter 17, the Buddha compare the marriage, and the compare talking about the virtue, the blessing, the virtue of the bodhicitta. And the Buddha give very, very good example that let's say that this man, right, he be able to let's say he have a lot of money, he do the giving. And how many people he give? The Buddha said that he be able to do the giving to all sentiment in the 10 direction. That means the world system of the 10 direction. This is always repeated in the Mahayana Sutra. This is the Buddhist cosmos, right? And for 80 years, that means he provide all the material need to fulfill, to make sure that they enjoy, all the living beings be able to enjoy. After 80 years, he think, okay, but whatever I give, it's no benefit for them in the next life, because the material only satisfied for the current life. But what happened when they get old? That means 80 years old, right? After they die, that means it's done. That makes sense? Therefore, he think, okay, now I'm okay. How about this? Stop right here. They call the Dharma Wisdom Bodhisattva, I think. Explain this to the Sakya or the intra Lord, right? He the king of the god, right? And he asked that Sakya, how much blessing this person generated. And you know what he said? Only Buddha know. No one know. And he continued. And he said that means this person, after 80 years, and this person said that, okay, now I want to teach them the Dharma. They be able to attend the first state of meditation, second state of meditation, and up to the first state of Arahat, second state of Arahat, up to Arahat, and even go up to Pasika Buddha. That means, yeah, he be able to do that for that many people. And the Bodhisattva at the Sakya, the king of God, how much blessing this person generate. And the king of God reply, only Buddha know. Yeah, only Buddha know. No one can know, right? Now he come back, say that this person blessing is non-comparable to the one to be able to generate the bodhicitta. That means the mind, initial mind of benefit living being. If a common person like us be able to have the initial mind, generate that initial mind of bodhicitta, that means the mind of always want to benefit others, unconditional, right? Due to the loving kindness and compassion, the blessing of the person who be able to help all living beings, right? To attain Arahat or Paticca Buddha, it's non-comparable to this person. In 1 hour, 1 billion or even trillion. Why is that? You know why?
Because the other blessings have an end. So if someone becomes a Pratyeka Buddha or an Arhat, they're done. They're not going to then go on and liberate other living beings. But if someone gives rise to bodhicitta, then they're wishing to completely liberate living beings from suffering. And that means like all the way to Buddhahood. And so they'll instruct others in the way of the bodhisattva. And so then the people they instruct, if they give rise to the Bodhi mind, then they'll do the same thing. And so it's like a fire that spreads. So the blessings have no end.
Right. And let me give you the example that like daily, right? Let's using the example that we're talking about. Let's say that the one we always help now come back and harm us, right? So if we are the one been harmed by the one we help, how do we deal with it? And one way is this is the bodhicitta way of taking care of this situation. If the person come to us and harm us, but that person, we the one who helped him in the past so much, right? We should always remember, if that person come to us and harm us, yes, we acknowledge he the one who create a problem for us. And we think that, okay, the affinity, that means the connection we have with them, it temporary come to not an end, but maybe it's a little bit conflict, right? It's okay. We will respect them. But it doesn't mean that due to this, we will have the ill will or ill will against them. And we should also think throughout the time we do all the good deeds. Basically, they are, that means this one right here, he the one caused a problem. It helps us to be able to practice patience. Patience is not easy to practice. Very tough, especially in this situation. In order to practice love and kindness and compassion, it requires patience. Because patience makes us virtue. No patience, no virtue. Due to the practice of patience, we will be able to practice love and kindness. Love and kindness, that means we bring happiness to others, even the one causes problem. How do we be able to bring happiness to others? What do you think? In this case?
Well, one, by not returning anger or ill will. That'd be the first step. That wouldn't necessarily bring them happiness, but it would prevent further suffering. And then perhaps in the future, there'd be another opportunity to bring them happiness if we don't damage the relationship.
Yeah. The important thing is they're the one who caused us, right? But we still want to keep the connection positive. Connection between them. Between us, that means between myself and that person. We want to keep that connection positive. You never know, right? In the future. The secondly, in order to bring happiness to them and to us, just like you say, no ill will against that person. When we have no ill will, then that means our mind at peace. We bring happiness to ourselves. And that indirectly bring happiness to them because we don't cause any further problem. Important, very important. And and if we be able to do this, in Buddhism, we call virtue, virtue. Let's say Bill Gates. I always use his name for the example, right? He have $100 billion, and he can use all his money to help people in this world. Yes, he have a lot of blessing. Will his blessing in the future come to an end?
Yes.
Let's say that if someone that he helped come back and cause him problem, don't you think he will get angry?
It would be a pretty normal thing to do. I don't know Bill Gates personally, so I don't know
maybe.
I don't know what he would do, but it would be normal. It wouldn't be surprising for anybody to get angry in that situation.
Remember, the Buddha said that all the people who do good deeds, do you think that they be able to transform their mind if they have not learned the Buddha teaching yet? Don't think so. That means the mind of greed, the mind of anger or hatred, and also ignorance. Ignorance, that means we are lacking of understanding the truth, the universal law. Right. Therefore, if someone, that means that person is always help out other people. But if someone causes him anger, that fire of anger destroy his blessing very quickly. Very quickly. Okay. And also in the future, the Buddha said that the first life, right? We do a lot of blessing, but we don't practice to transform the mind. The second life, we enjoy the result of the blessing, the good deeds we do. That means the blessing. And when we enjoy the three evil mind, right? That means greed, hatred, and ignorance. It will grow and become stronger. That means when we, let's say that, when we normal, it's okay. But when you holding an important role in the society, we become more arrogant, right? That it itself. And we behave in that way. and we create a lot of problems. And that also the same time we destroy the blessing. And when we pray, that means in the second life, right? We enjoy the blessing at the same time we pray karma, bad karma. The third lifetime, we pay for it. And that means the good deed we did in the first life caused us to be fall into the evil realm on the third life. Is that worth it? Not worth it at all. This is the Buddha teaching. It's very important. That's why when we understand it and we be able to practice in the way to open our mind and embrace the other. And now let's say that all the good deeds that Bill Gates do, that means the blessing is huge. But compared to the person be able to practice patience and loving kindness, it is virtue. It's non-comparable. Why is that? The one who be able to practice patience and loving kindness, this person can live with anyone, any condition, without trouble. That means even the bad one cannot turn them into evil, because their mind have no evil. But the one who doing the good deed, but they do not know how to open their mind and learn how to transform it, they cannot be able to live with the negative environment. And that will cause them trouble in the future. That's why when I say it, non-comparable in that sense. The blessing we generated, just like the money you deposit into the bank. That means when we do good deed, just like we deposit the money into the bank. But when we enjoy the blessing, just like we withdraw, what happens if we keep withdrawing without deposit? That means when we enjoy, we don't do good deed. We don't continue on doing good deeds. We caught trouble. And eventually the money will run out. Even the money high just like the mountain. But the one who have virtue, that one definitely have blessing. And his blessing always accumulated from one life to the other. Panda, you understand that? I hope you follow our discussion, I guess. Okay. Anyway, therefore, it's not easy to practice virtue. In order to have virtue, we need to have patience. Because patience is the most important for us to develop love and kindness. And after that, right, in the example, using the example that we use, right? Yes, that person come and harm us. And they are the one who provide us the chance to practice patience and the chance to develop the love and kindness. That means he brings blessing to us. And he are the one we call the blessing field, right? They are the one to bring blessing to us, not we. And they are the one we should express gratitude, not them. So when we have that mindset, our mind cannot be able to have the ability to have ill will or negative thought against that person. This is important. So in Buddhism, we don't need to waste pro and con. Yeah. So this is totally opposite from the common people thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So the second one is the compassion. It's important. Compassion, that means we feel the suffering of others, just like we are the one who suffer. Because the suffer from others, we can be able to feel it, just like we are the one who suffer. Okay? And we want to use any means, any method, any skill, try to help them to get out of this suffering. This is what we call compassion. And how do we use the compassion in this example? The one we help them, and now they come back and harm us. That means that person do not know how to appreciate, know how to gratitude to the one who helped them, due to that evil mind. He will pay for the very heavy retribution in the future. And he or she in the future endure the heavy suffering. And we understand that. And we can feel that suffering of their future suffering, of that person's future suffering. We can feel it. And we try try to find out any way to help them, to prevent them to pay that heavy retribution in the future. Hopefully, be able to minimize that. Well, when we do bad things, we have to pay for it. We cannot escape our own karma, but we can be able to remember the law of cause and effect. In Buddhism, there are three components: the cause, the condition, and the effect. The cause, that means the thing we have done, we cannot undo. That means this person already did the bad thing, right? That thing cannot undo. Condition is, that means whatever we do now in this lifetime, eventually, hopefully, the cause plus condition will give the effect, the result. That means the reason is, in order to help him in the future, that means we want to keep the connection positive. If we cannot be able to have the positive connection with him or her, and later on, they are the one who at the bottom of the suffering, and they come ask for help. They cannot come to us because we don't want to help them. Because we are the one who caused them, who caused this connection to become negative at that moment. Even though later on they come back and ask for our help, we say no. And that means we are the one who cut off the blessing that he brings to us. Yes, it's very tough to do it, but it's doable. The only thing that we cannot be able to practice this thing, that when you don't know this thing, you don't know the teaching. But when we understand the teaching, we can contemplate it and we can be able to practice slowly. Eventually, we will get there. If we don't know the teaching, that means we are ignorant. So, yes, so because when he comes to us, we don't have any ill will against him. That is the positive connection. And you know what? Later on, when he come to us, we'll be able to help them because we have no self. The only time we cannot help him or her because we still have self. Does it make sense? So that means when he or she come to us in the future, he or she will. Because no one help him or her, only us. Because he have affinity with us, or she have affinity with us. That means the connection with us. Eventually, he or she come back to us. And we want to be able to, we should take that opportunity, just like the precious opportunity, the golden opportunity. Turn the negative into positive. To make the one that who caused us trouble become our best friend, become our loved one. Okay. So, therefore, so when he comes to us, we have no problem helping them. Of course, helping others, we need to have wisdom. Compassion or loving kindness without wisdom is not the compassion. It's not the loving kindness. It's something else. Does it make sense? Because if we don't have compassion, that person can harm us. We should protect us, but it doesn't mean that we have the ill will against him. This is the art of living, the skill of living, the Bodhisattva way. Maybe this lifetime we cannot be able to practice up to that level yet, but each lifetime we step by little. Eventually we will get there. When you understand the teaching, you will be get there. Just like you have the GPS. Yes, you don't have a car to get there right away. You can walk. Can you? Mm-hmm. With the GPS. Eventually, we will get there some way, somehow. It's okay. So the distance is not a problem. But understanding the teaching is important. Because the understanding the teaching, we be able to open our mind when we deal with a problem. We be able to embrace that problem with love and kindness and compassion. This makes us virtue. Yep. The whole idea, we want to help that one in the future, prevent him or her to endure the suffering, minimize it. Okay. By one, you have the connection, you can be able to help him, and he be able to, or she be able to generate the bodhicitta. He or she, herself or himself is the one help him or herself. Right? We teach. I think they are saying, instead of give them the fish, right? but teach them how to fish,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Teach them how to fish. That means give them the wisdom.
Or instead of giving them some beans, teach them how to farm. He may be more Buddhist.
Give them the wisdom so that we'll be able to handle it in the right way. So this is truly compassion, truly love and kindness. Oh, time over. Oh, I'm sorry. So today I just want to go through this, but okay, because I want to introduce that to Panda, because this is very new to Panda. So and next week we will hopefully I will use the same example, walk through this model, and I will use the same example to deal with the using the 4 mark of self, right? To walk you through it piece by piece, so you understand it. Panda, I hope you understand, I guess.
It's a little bit difficult today compared to yesterday.
Oh yeah, that's right. Definitely very difficult for you. Yesterday is totally different topic. Yesterday I teach that class is depression. So it is totally different. Yes, today it's this topic is very new to the Western people. Very new.
Yeah, it's kind of like an eye opener.
I opened it. I hope I opened it. It did a good thing.
I mean, it's gonna take me a few class, kind of like a sinking in, pretty much.
But the whole idea is you understand the term love and kindness and compassion in Buddhism.
I do understand it, but to practice is another story.
That's correct. That's correct. Absolutely. I told you, I already said at the beginning. Saying is very easy, but do it is very tough. And you know what? Actually, this thing here, it's not applied to other people, but to our family member.
That's correct.
Very important. If we want to have a peaceful family, happy family in the future, we need to learn how to deal with it in the positive way. Break it very easy, but heal it is very tough.
Yeah.
So we learn how to heal it instead of break it. Okay. So because, well, the thing I said to you guys, I lived through this already with all my life. I'm 56 years old right now. So I've been through a lot of tough time and also struggle within the family. Well, I'm a single, so I'm talking about family. My family, parent and sibling, all those things. Struggle, conflict, and I using this kind of teaching is deal with it and make it less and less damage. Eventually come to okay. That's good enough, right?
I agree. It just pretty much, it's gonna take time. Time is basically the key to everything.
That's right. But once you have the right understanding, right, then it takes time to working on it. It's okay. It's okay. As long as you have the right understanding, and that will help you to encourage you to be able to practice. But if we don't have this kind of teaching, there's no way we can be able to practice. Yeah. So just like when we go and take the test, we take many tests. Sometimes we get a good grade. Sometimes we get a bad grade. So when we get the bad grade, We have to look at why I got a bad grade and learn from the mistake and get up and move on and continue. Just like, yes, when we practice this thing, yes, we still young, right? When I say young, that means we still new to this teaching. It's okay. Mistake, acceptable. But learn from it is the best. Well, eventually you know how to deal with it. Because when we get more mature, mature in the spiritual way, and we be able to handle it a little bit different than before. Positive. Then that you will see our mind become peaceful and peaceful. I share this teaching to Vietnamese adult class, and yeah, they, even though a lot of people with 70 or 60 or 70, they be able to benefit from it. Yeah, they live in the family, it's a chaos. Before the teaching, before they understand this kind of teaching, they suffer so much. And they are the one who really participate in one of those participant, right? But when they understand it, they cannot change the environment and other member. You cannot change them. Don't ever think that we can change them. If we do things like that, we are the one who suffer the most. Don't ever think like that. Okay? So, but at least we can change us. What do we change? We change our perspective. By understand the Buddhist teaching, then we open our mind, we be able to change our perspective and be able to, when we understand it, we easily let go. Easily, more easy than before. And the more we let go, yes, now the same environment, the same family member, but when the problem comes, we are the one from the outside, look into it, instead of we are the participant, one of the participants of those members. No. That's the big difference right there. They can be able to do it. We should be able to do it too. Yep. Okay, huh? No, that's that make sense to you, William? Yeah.
Yes, Thai.
Okay. All right, let's stop right here. Go ahead, William.
May every living being, our minds as one and radiant with light, share the fruits of peace with hearts of goodness, luminous and bright. If people hear and see how hands and hearts can find in giving unity, may their minds awake to great compassion, wisdom, and to joy. May kindness find reward. May all who sorrow leave their grief and pain. May this boundless light break the darkness of their endless night. Because our hearts are one, this world of pain turns into paradise. May all become compassionate and wise. May all become compassionate and wise.
William, you can introduce yourself, and Jimmy, you can introduce Panda, you can introduce yourself. So at least you know each other a little bit.
My name's William. I live in Indianapolis. I'm a doctor. I have a private practice here. I have a daughter and a wife. And I first got interested in Buddhism back in, what would it have been? Maybe 23 years ago.
Middle school, I guess.
Yeah, right around like 8th grade.
Wow, 23 years. That's a lot. And Jimmy.
Yeah, yes. My name is Jimmy Tran. I'm a cybersecurity engineering. Live in Houston, Texas. I have 2 young men and a boss, and I've been with yes, and I've been with her for close to 10+ years now, and I very enjoyed it. Do whatever that I need to do to help him, or whatever that required. I'm in it.
Panda, if you don't mind, you can introduce yourself to them.
Sure. I guess I'm actually one of the newest member in here. My name is Joe, and I go by Panda, behavioral health analyst. I am the youngest in the family for sibling, and it was just one in the blue moon we came to visit Tai in the temple.
New Year,
Um,
New Year, and
New
Lunar
Year.
New Year.
Yes, on Lunar New Year, and he kind of introduced me into this class, and I would like to learn more.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you. I hope I don't need to introduce myself, I guess. Basically, okay, I can introduce myself a little bit. I just became a monk maybe well, almost I think it's almost six years, 5.5 years, I guess. Before that, I lived in the US for about 40 years. I graduated with a computer science, and I worked for 23 years in the field. And before I became a monk, yeah. So that is me. Okay. So I have interest in Buddhism since 1990, I guess. Okay. All right. Thank you. I will see you next week.
Right.
All right, good night, everyone.
Good
Night.
Thank you, Thầy. Yeah, good night, everybody.
night.
Bye-bye.